What's up, everyone? We got a brand new raunchy teen comedy this weekend, and that is Blockers, or Cock Blockers. Yeah, pretty clever with how they did the poster and all. But seriously, Blockers. Wasn't expecting anything from this film. The trailers didn't really make me gut bust laugh, but I enjoyed the trailers. I really vaguely remember them. But I did like the cast involved. Leslie Mann, Ike Barinholtz, and even John Cena in here. Because John Cena is one of those people who's kind of found his niche in comedy. We saw him in Trainwreck a couple years back, and he was fantastic. He was one of the best parts of that whole film. Then we see him appear in films like Sisters, and coming out into Blockers as being one of the main leads. And the surprising thing about this film is it's not just told from the parents' story, in fact, it's told from the teens, because this film is pretty much revolving around parents trying to cock block their kids from having sex on prom night. And the kids are having a sex pact to have sex and lose their virginity on prom night. Yeah, we've seen it before. But this time around, it's not like boys, it's girls trying to do this. And it's cool to see it, because a lot of this kind of goes into like flares that you would have as parenting. You'd see parents freak out about this, but they're like, why can guys lose it and they are celebrated but girls can't? Pretty nice to see that in there. You know, there's a lot of slut shaming in this world, which it doesn't make sense, because it's like if you reverse it, people high five guys, and it doesn't make sense. But I like how they played on that modern telling of this. But really, Cock Blockers or Blockers is a raunchy comedy. It's a raunchy comedy, and in a lot of ways, it works. There wasn't a lot of moments where I was gut-busting laughing, but overall, I was consistently laughing and smiling throughout the whole film. There are some moments in here that did make me laugh out loud, and every single character in here really has a moment to shine. All the main girls are fantastic. Their chemistry off one another really brought me in and really made me kind of forget that I was watching a movie, because their chemistry I believed in. It seemed like they're all best friends, and each one of them has a moment to shine. But really, the standout of all the parents is John Cena. The guy is fantastic in here, but really, it's not just him. He has one scene in particular, beer chugging. I don't know if you've seen the trailer, you probably have seen it. I don't barely remember the scene, but it's one of the best scenes in the whole film. But you know, you also got Leslie Mann in here, who's always had this cute sensitivity to her, but she has great moments in here. But Ike Barinholtz is one of those actors who shows up in comedies, has some good moments, but I think this is one of those films that he really gets to shine. He's one of the main leads, and he has some great moments as well. The most surprising thing about Cock Blockers, though, isn't the fact that it's just a raunchy comedy for being a raunchy comedy. Now, you look at Superbad. It's a raunchy comedy. It's funny throughout the whole thing. But the thing that secret weapon in Cock Blockers is, it's actually surprisingly sweet. And it actually surprisingly has a lot of heartwarming moments to it that you wouldn't expect from a raunchy comedy, which I really was impressed by. I didn't expect to get those heartwarming moments in here because, like I said, there wasn't a lot of gut-busting laughing where I'm crying and just gut-busting out loud, but I was consistently smiling and laughing. But a lot of those smiles come from the heartwarming moments between the friends, between the parents, between a lot of things that you actually kind of learn in some preachy ways. But it's not banging you on the head type of preachy way, but it's showing it in a light that people can actually relate to. And I really appreciated that Blockers went that route, because there's a risk when a comedy does that. But for a comedy to really show me laughs, make me care about the characters with the chemistry involved, but also get those heartwarming moments between the parents and the kids, really settles a nice depth in there. Makes me overall totally like this film. And it really came to big as a surprise as how emotional and heartwarming the film can get and how relatable you can get to this film. And a really big shout out again. I am stunned by how good the film did it that way. Maybe it's just because of how good the performances were in here and how believable and how good the chemistry was between each and every one. Because I totally believe that John Cena is the parents of one of these people and Leslie Mann's the parents of one of these people. And I totally believed it. Because honestly, throughout this whole film, I didn't see the actors. I saw the characters they were portraying. And I really enjoyed that fact. You know, I didn't see John Cena. I saw a dad trying to be the character and the dad to this girl. And I really liked all that moments that the director and the writers really found a crafted moment into there, and even the actors in there. It was a good job, well done to everyone involved in making this film. Puns-wise, though, I did want some more bigger laugh out loud moments, and also the editing was a little choppy. I felt like there were scenes in here where it was like it was going for this big laugh out loud moment, and it's like, okay, where are we going to end this scene? Because some jokes, you know, you carry on too long, kind of drags on, but this one joke, it was going really, really funny, and then it just cut. Like, completely just cut. And I feel like there was a whole sequence in there where, like, there is something missing in this sequence, particularly that I wanted to see, but I feel like you cut away from it too early. And besides that, though, that's really the only con I really have. I think Blockers is a really efficient comedy. So far in 2018, we've actually had quite a few good comedies. Game Night and Blockers. I'm curious to see how the rest of the year goes. But I thoroughly enjoyed Cock Blockers. It has some heartwarming moments, some sweet moments that I did not expect to come out of a raunchy comedy, but it has a different angle to it, you know, not just going from the teens' perspectives like Superbad does, but actually getting the parents involved, having their perspective as well, but also mixing it all creatively together to have some great laugh out loud moments and even some good smiling moments throughout this film. You're just enjoying yourself, and that's what Blockers does best. I thoroughly enjoyed this film, and with all said, I'm going to give Blockers a B. I do recommend Blockers. I think this is such a great weekend for films. I mean, you have A Quiet Place that just come out as well, and you also have Blockers as well. Two great films, two different and the ends of spectrums. One's a thriller and one's a comedy. So honestly, you could go this weekend and get the best of both worlds by seeing both these films. But tell me, guys, what did you guys think about Blockers? I'm curious. Do you guys like this film? Were you disappointed? Did you think it was fun? Did you find those heartwarming moments as well? Please comment down below and tell me your thoughts. And if you want to contact me more and talk more movies, make sure to hit all my social media links, especially Stardust and Twitter. That's where you can get most of my reactions before I actually do my reviews. So make sure to go check those out. And also hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're new, because that makes you guys notified when I make other reviews, because I always see movies early. I always talk about movies, and that's why we're here. Talk movies, geek out, and be nerds together. But the most important thing is, how can you guys see movies early? Well, go check out Sandwich on Films down below. It's a website that I'm associated with, where I love being a part of, because it's actually a way that you guys can go check out advanced movie screens, but also get up on the latest movie news and also check out some other movie reviews. But of course, guys, you guys are all the best. Don't be a clock blocker this weekend, and of course, stay classy.